This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University.
Good morning, I'm Abdusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 5th of June and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. Incumbent Faizabad MP Lallu Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party conceded defeat to Samajwadi Party candidate Avdesh Prasad after the counting of votes for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. "We could not save your honor," the BJP leader said. Defying all exit polls predictions, the TMC raced ahead in 29 of West Bengal's 42 Lok Sabha seats, surpassing political pundits, while the BJP struggled to reach double digits, leading in only 12 seats, and Congress won just one seat according to the EC website. Finally breaking his silence, the Sikkim Democratic Front President Pawan Kumar Chamling on Tuesday congratulated the Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang for leading the SKM to landslide victory in the assembly elections by winning 31 out of 32 seats. Tech companies handling vast amounts of data are under pressure to upgrade their aging data center systems for faster and more powerful processing capabilities. To address this need, Intel has unveiled its latest Xeon 6 processors featuring efficient cores. These processors are designed to offer superior performance and power efficiency, specifically targeting high-density scale-out workloads within data centers, providing a more powerful and cost-effective solution for their clients. Former US President Donald Trump is counting on the Supreme Court to overturn his guilty verdict in the hush money trial. The United States Supreme Court must decide, the Trump posted on his social media platform Truth Social. Last week, Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records related to the case. The Israeli army announced on Monday the death of 4 hostages in the Gaza Strip who were abducted by Hamas during their attack on October 7. Israeli army representatives have informed the families of Chaim Perry and Nadav Propelwell, who were brutally abducted to the Gaza Strip on October 7, that they are no longer alive and that their bodies are held by the Hamas terrorist organization, an Israeli statement said. South Africa's ruling party, the African National Congress, is facing an unprecedented situation. For the first time since 1994, when South Africa entered the post-apartheid era, the ANC lost its parliamentary majority in the elections. While the ANC can still form the government, it must find allies to establish a coalition government. Major labor unions in Nigeria have initiated an indefinite strike in protest of the government's refusal to agree on a new minimum wage. This strike has caused the national grid to go dark, disrupted airline operations and blocked the gates to parliament. The previous N30,000, also 15 euros monthly minimum wage agreed upon in 2019 expired in April. French police detained 3 people on Monday after discovering 5 empty coffins near the Eiffel Tower on Saturday, covered with French flags and bearing the words "French soldiers from Ukraine." The detainees, all under 30 years old, hail from Germany, Bulgaria and Ukraine. The public prosecutors have requested charges of international violence against them. Nigel Farage, who has evolved from a fringe Eurosceptic rabble-crosser to a prominent figurehead in UK politics, announced this 8th attempt to become a British MP on Monday. The 60-year-old former member of the European Parliament played a key role in the 2016 Brexit referendum. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह RKTF विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है।
RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी, ये है RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी।
RKTF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janapath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands, rich experience, and the trust of our clients, can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
The Swiss parliament has rejected a $5.88 billion aid package for Ukraine. This decision comes as Switzerland prepares to host a peace summit for the Ukraine conflict in June. The summit will see participation from Ukraine and much of Europe, but notable absences include Russia and its key ally China. Hezbollah announced on Monday that it had launched a squadron of drones towards the Israeli military's Galil Formation headquarters. This marks Hezbollah's first drone attack involving a squadron since their clashes with Israel began, coinciding with Israel's ongoing conflict with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. The trial of Hunter Biden, son of US President Joe Biden, began on Monday regarding the case of illegal possession of a gun. Hunter, who has faced scrutiny in the past, is accused of possessing a gun unlawfully while battling drug addiction. American laws prohibit drug addicts from purchasing and possessing firearms. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former chief medical advisor to the White House, is set to testify in the US Congress on Monday regarding the origins of COVID-19. Fauci will face questioning from the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic of the Oversight Committee in the House of Representatives, the lower chamber of the US Congress. According to court records released on Monday, the British government revealed plans to begin deporting asylum seekers on July 23. However, their implementation of this contentious plan hinges on the outcome of the next election, with Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservative Party's victory as a prerequisite. On Monday, a Pakistan High Court overturned a treason conviction against former Prime Minister Imran Khan, who remains incarcerated on the other charges. Khan was sentenced to jail in February amid a trio of cases which he alleges were fabricated to obstruct his political resurgence ahead of elections. Heavy violence continues in Gaza despite US President Joe Biden's proposed truce and hostage release plan, casting doubt on its effectiveness. Biden's three-phase plan aims to end conflict and rebuild Gaza without Hamas control. US Ambassador to Israel Jack Lew stated that achieving a two-state solution would undermine Hamas. He emphasized that direct talks between Israelis and Palestinians are necessary for establishing a Palestinian state, rejecting unilateral recognition. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed gratitude to the nation for the NDA's third term, deeming it an unprecedented moment in India's history. He pledged to lead with renewed vigor and commitment to realizing the aspirations of the people. The Delhi High Court on Tuesday refused to grant bail to businessman Amandeep Singh Dhal, arrested by the CBI in a corruption case linked to the alleged excise policy scam, saying that accusations against him are serious in nature. The Lights woke up to a warm Tuesday morning with the minimum temperature settling at 30.4 degrees Celsius, 3 notches above the season's average. The sudden dip in the temperature somehow gave a temporary relief to the public in the capital city. Amid recent delays in ultra-long-haul flights, a senior Air India official acknowledged room for improvement in customer handling. They cited various factors like technical issues and extreme weather contributing to delays and cancellations, affirming efforts to bolster ground staff. Criminal gangs are exploiting loopholes in Italy's legal visa system for foreign workers to smuggle in illegal immigrants, a problem the anti-mafia prosecutors should investigate, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni told her cabinet on Tuesday. Russia welcomes Turkey's reported desire to become part of the BRICS group of nations. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said on Tuesday, saying the subject would be on the agenda of the organization's next summit. Peskov said there was heightened interest in BRICS, a group comprising of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Ethiopia, Iran, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates from various states, but said it was unlikely the grouping could completely satisfy all interested nations. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.